Welcome to Organic Awakening. Today, we're diving into a fascinating journey of natural healing and self-care. Did you know that even though Socrates was the father of medicine over 400 years ago, diabetes was never mentioned in his teachings or the writings of other ancient physicians? That's because diabetes is a modern lifestyle-driven condition, one that our bodies are not inherently designed to face. But here's the good news. The body is an incredible healing machine. It can heal itself when we create the right conditions. In this video, we are honored to feature Barbara O'Neill, a highly respected naturopath. With more than 40 years of experience in natural medicine, Barbara's holistic approach to disease management, especially diabetes, shines a light on how modern lifestyle choices have triggered this once rare disease. Join us on Organic Awakening as we explore Barbara's invaluable insights and learn how we can return to nature's wisdom to manage and even prevent diabetes through natural effective solutions. According to the World Health Organization, diabetes is one of the leading chronic diseases in the world today. This increase can be attributed to increasingly sedentary lives, the excessive consumption of processed foods, and a high-stress environment that combine to disrupt the body's insulin regulation mechanisms. The healthcare costs related to diabetes in the United States exceed $327 billion per year, including direct medical costs and loss of productivity. This staggering figure highlights the financial burden of diabetes and its consequences for both individuals and healthcare systems. This figure also highlights the fact that diabetes medication, such as insulin and oral medications, are big business for pharmaceutical companies. Lifestyle solutions, like those of Barbara O'Neill, which are much more effective in preventing or even reversing diabetes, are often overlooked. This discussion will explore how lifestyle changes and natural remedies can be crucial for managing and preventing diabetes. We can change the conversation by focusing on the causes of diabetes, rather than just treating its symptoms. This will help people take control of their own health. It's essential to understand how blood sugar behaves and is regulated in order to better understand diabetes. In this process, the pancreas plays a key role, producing two important hormones, glucagon and insulin. Insulin is released when blood sugar levels rise, as they do after eating. To lower them, it does so by increasing glucose uptake into cells. When blood sugar levels drop too low, glucagon signals the liver to release stored glucose from its cells. One of the pancreas' main functions is to release two hormones, insulin and glucagon. Insulin lowers blood glucose, while glucagon raises it. Modern lifestyles have disrupted this finely tuned system. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 37 million Americans have diabetes, and surprisingly, 1 in 5 people don't know they have it. The factors driving this epidemic include excessive consumption of processed foods, lack of exercise, and chronic stress. These factors can lead to insulin resistance, where the body becomes less responsive to insulin, eventually leading to type 2 diabetes. A study published in The Lancet supports this by linking the rapid rise of type 2 diabetes to sedentary lifestyles, poor food choices such as the consumption of sugar and refined carbohydrates, and a sedentary lifestyle. These modern lifestyle factors combine to create the perfect storm that leads to diabetes. Therefore, it is important to not only treat the symptoms, but also address the root causes. Barbara O'Neill identifies a key factor contributing to the development of type 2 diabetes as the modern high-carbohydrate diet. Bread, cereals, and pasta are high in carbohydrates and can cause excessive insulin production by the pancreas to deal with the blood sugar spike. Insulin resistance is a condition where the body's cells no longer respond effectively to insulin, forcing the pancreas to produce more insulin. This process can eventually lead to type 2 diabetes. Barbara reveals a surprising truth. Wheat products can cause blood sugar levels to rise even more than refined sugar. Whole grain products are healthier than refined sugar, but can have a significant impact on blood glucose levels. Wheat is a cereal that can raise blood sugar levels more than refined sugar. It is the main grain used to make bread, cereals, pasta, cakes, and pizza. Whole wheat contains more amylopectin because it is not refined. Amylopectin causes blood sugar spikes. This is supported by research published in the journal Diabetes Care, which shows that a high-carbohydrate diet increases the risk of insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a common precursor to diabetes. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 88 million American adults have prediabetes. This condition involves high blood sugar levels, but not high enough to qualify as diabetes. The high carbohydrate intake in modern diets is responsible for many of these cases. Dietary changes are essential to prevent the onset of diabetes. Barbara O'Neill explains the concept of the glycemic index, GI, or blood sugar index. This is a scale that measures how quickly different foods raise blood sugar levels after consumption. Foods with a high GI can cause blood sugar levels to rise quickly, leading to insulin resistance. Blood glucose levels can rise dramatically when someone consumes a high-carbohydrate diet, especially if it contains a lot of wheat. The result is elevated insulin and glucose levels, as the pancreas releases too much insulin when blood glucose levels rise. On the other hand, foods with a low GI release sugar into the bloodstream slowly, helping to prevent blood sugar spikes and maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. Berries, sweet potatoes, and some whole grains are low GI foods. These foods provide a more gradual and slow glucose release, which can help prevent rapid rises and falls in blood sugar levels that are especially harmful to people with diabetes or at risk of developing it. Focusing on low GI food is essential to managing diabetes. It may not be easy, but it is achievable. You can find the glycemic index online. You could eat berries instead of bananas for breakfast, sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes, and whole grains instead of wheat. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition supports this approach, finding that a low GI diet improves blood sugar control and reduces cardiovascular complications in people with diabetes. These foods can help diabetics better manage their condition and reduce long-term risks associated with high blood glucose levels. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the importance of legumes, such as chickpeas and lentils, in managing diabetes because they have a low glycemic index. Unlike carbohydrate-rich foods that can cause blood sugar spikes throughout the day, legumes release energy slowly and steadily, which is ideal for maintaining stable blood sugar levels. Barbara shares the story of a patient who, after being diagnosed with prediabetes, incorporated legumes into her daily diet and prevented type 2 diabetes. The diet has a profound effect on blood sugar control. She said she was diagnosed with prediabetes at 42 years old, but by eating legumes daily, she never developed diabetes because beans provide a constant and delicious supply of energy. A meta-analysis in the journal Diabetes Care concluded that regular legume consumption significantly improved glycemic control in people with type 2 diabetes. A study published in The Lancet found that adding legumes to the diet could reduce the risk of diabetes by 35%. This highlights the importance of legumes in preventing and controlling type 2 diabetes. Barbara O'Neill highlights the importance of choosing natural fats instead of processed or altered ones. She says that natural fats like olive oil, avocados, and nuts can improve your health and help manage diabetes. Avoid harmful fats, such as margarine and fried foods, which are commonly found in fried foods and margarine. These are fats that have been altered or changed, or polyunsaturated oils that have been extracted through high heat. These fats can be dangerous. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care supports this advice, finding that eating foods rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, such as avocados and olive oils, could improve insulin sensitivity, which would help regulate blood sugar levels. These fats can also reduce the risk of insulin resistance, which is a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Statistics from the New England Journal of Medicine show that consuming healthy fats reduces the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 20–30%. Barbara's advice to include more nutrient-rich fats in daily meals, while avoiding processed and harmful fat sources, is further reinforced by this finding.